Hello everyone, it's Gail here from Ornamentology. I thought I'd talk to you about another one of my journals. This has been made using a pair of old denim jeans, some grosgrain ribbon as a fastener from a hat project, and this is a 1960s dress belt. It's kind of kooky, I really liked it. So this is what I did with it. So here we are. It's one of the early ones that I did, and so it's formatted slightly differently. I've got a folded over pocket here. This is a piece of card. I think it's if I remember rightly, yes, it's a packaging from a Amazon delivery, and I just sandwiched it between the two. I also made these little paper clip things that you put your pen in, so you just slide your pen in. Let me find a pencil. Just slide your pen in there, and then that fastens in. I've not supplied pencils because I think writing implements are very personal to the person writing. And just put this little sparkly thing on because you can never have too much sparkly, really. Again, the postcard that tells you what it's all about, I'll tuck that under there. I've made an enclosure with this. I'll talk about that in a minute, so I'll just tuck it back in there for the time being, and we'll come back to that bit. So here is the journal. It starts off with this really dark, thick paper that I found. I just found it somewhere. I think it was, again, the front fly sheet of a page. So the pages are just retrieved from all over the place. They're tea dyed and they're red cabbage dyed. And because I thought this journal was kind of quite naturey and blue, I found some images of Scotland. This reminded me of water, so I edged it with this waterfall paper. I put a little bit of the leftover ribbon to just edge this really lovely packaging paper. So it's kind of the silky of this and the matte of this is just amazing. More ledger paper. I'm quite keen on this ledger paper, to be honest. And then I found this book. If you're of a certain age in English, you'll understand. This book was it's a Desmond Morris book on kooky animals from about the 1960s, 70s, I think, and it was forwarded by Johnny Morris, who was a bloke who used to narrate what he thought animals were saying. So there's a little pocket here if you wanted to put things in. I haven't, because I thought you might like to find things for yourself. Some coffee dyed paper that went very wriggly. I don't know what happened there, but it was rather marvellous. All of the papers seem to have this kind of like shimmer going through them. It's just the way they've been correlated, really, I suppose. This is interesting packaging paper. You can write on it. It looks like rivets. It's really interesting, and it sort of stretches out really weirdly. But I like the feel of it, and it feels nice against this smooth paper. But you can write on it. More of the same, really, with the tea dyed paper. There's lots of tea dyed paper in here. I found this book on calligraphy, and it was blue, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. And then it tells you a bit about how to do some calligraphy lettering. Some more coffee dyed paper that I ran the paper. I kind of tipped the tin up, and it left these rivulets, which are quite interesting. So rivulets are a kind of it kind of picks up, I think, with the weave of the denim myself. That was my train of thought anyway. More ledger paper. This ledger actually has been filled in from August to October. Obviously they were in the red in October. It's 89 and 90, and it's just a snapshot of this person's business at this time, which is quite interesting. So there's more of this calligraphy page, and the center page, I thought this was quite lovely. It's William Blake's The Tiger, and it's written in beautiful calligraphy, and it's just an interesting addition, really, I thought, to this, and it joins the kind of the sepia coloured papers to the rest of it. Here's the rest of this guy's business conducted in these times, and his handwriting. It's a bit spidery, isn't it? I love it, to be honest. All sorts of things. He paid £71 for a TV, or there was a fee of £71 to do with the TV. I don't know what that's all about, but it's kind of intriguing, isn't it? This paper is where it obviously got very over soaked at the edges, and there was another sheet laying on top of it that didn't quite line up, so you get this interesting line. I like these bits of interest that is caused just by the way the paper is layered when I soak it. More coffee dyed paper, the other side of the calligraphy thing. So we've kind of gone past the middle now, so we're seeing the other sides of the sheets that went before. More patina. I really like this patina. I hope other people do. I get quite excited by it because I'm obviously a bit strange. I love this. I mean, you can write on all these pages. They were photocopy paper. Somebody who I knew had an office, and they were disbanding their office, and they had a big shopping bag, a recycled paper shopping bag that was full of it, and just said, can you take it away, because I don't know what to do with it and I don't want to waste it, and I know you won't. So that was really helpful. This is about domestic guinea pigs. That's obviously not a domestic guinea pig, but this is all about domestic guinea pigs, and it just shows you a few black and white images. It's just very random. I just wanted a random page in there, really. More of this ledger paper but this time I put the little blue fold out tab so that it helps you fold it out, really. And more of the same, more of this paper that looks like it's water and waterfall edge. And there we are, all but back to the beginning. This is some tweed on the other side of this. This is from the recycled from in the borders by Scotland, borders of Scotland, where tweed's produced. When they make kilts and the like, the offcuts they send to a recycling centre, and you can buy them by the bag. So I purchased it, but it's recycled or waste tweed from the kilt making industry. So for the flip out, a dear friend was having a muck out in her crafting room and said, come and see what you'd like. So some of these papers are Tim Holtz papers, but they've had a former life. She got them, she had them given to her, and so I've now received them. So that kind of works with this. This is again another 1960s garment belt. It's kind of early plastics, really, but it's robust, and I just quite like the way it all matches in. So this is my little flip out thing. I've got this sheet of paper, and this is one of the ones that I tea dyed and then printed with my gel plate, which was quite interesting. I quite like the shimmer on this, and it kind of joins all the browns and blues together in a kind of interesting way, I think. A little belly band there to keep it in. I quite like it that way around, actually. A little lug here, more paper. This paper came from a 1960s exercise book. I quite like this old paper, and it seems such a shame actually to waste it. This is just an image that I found. I think it was a free digital download from somebody that I bought something from, and it's just a generous thing to do and a kind way of going about it. So that's that. That opens like this, and there's another one here. You can write on the back of these, or just use them really to put on your parcels if you so choose. And there's another little one here. Put a couple of playing cards in just because I could. There's a paper clip, because I'd obviously did a whole bunch of these covered paper clips. I quite like this one, I have to say. It's from this kind of stable of things. And there's a couple of these trading cards, or 3 of these trading cards that I found in a half pack in a charity shop somewhere, that the chap said, oh, we're going to throw those away, but they're really interesting. I quite like the backs of them. I don't understand the game. It wasn't a full set. It doesn't matter. They're just interesting, and it's a kind of a bargaining game, somebody was telling me, which is, I've not heard of it myself, but it was just really interesting, so they went in there. A sheet, so this folds back this way, and this is just a sheet of paper that's fastened in so you don't lose it, and you can just write on that to your heart's content. And then in here a bit more blue paper, and I kind of found these images about rodeo, and I thought, well, these are jeans. A bit tenuous is this link, but they're just little images about rodeo people, and they're just interesting. They join the colourway together. A bit more paper that's folded with that squiggly line on. I just really like it. It's an interesting shape, an interesting colour marry up in a way. So they go in there and fasten in there like so. And then there's another little paper clip here that I did as a covered paper clip. I obviously got quite into this covered paper clip thing. I was just practicing and trying to learn how to do it effectively, but these ones came out well. There weren't too many on the cutting room floor, thankfully. And a few more of these just graphic labels with blue ribbon on to join it all together in some kind of faint-hearted theme, really. So the theme is denim blue, and you know, denim blue is usually stitched with a yellowy colourway, so that's why this sort of yellow colourway is kind of reflected in it. But it's a one-off. I don't have any more of this paper at all, this stuff, so I won't be using that for anything else. I've only got one of these buckles, I think. So quite a lot of these things are just, they become one-off just because of the way that the materials come. And, you know, I've not seen a buckle like this ever before. I may never see another one, but it's just interesting. Size-wise, oh, I haven't actually pre-measured it. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Let me measure it while we're here. It is 25 centimetres that way, which in old money is 9 3/4. This way it's 18 centimetres, which in old money is about 7 inches. It's quite robust. It feels really soft in your hand, and it's denim. I've zigzagged and straight stitched around it. I quite like this frayed edge, and it's called Denim Delight. Sometimes the naming of things isn't very inspiring, is it? But it's about that size. It's a similar size to the yellow one, again, slightly wider, a little bit more squat. But it's a robust journal, and lots of room for writing things in, because I think that's quite important. You know, if you're having a journal, it depends what you want to do with it, really. If you want to collect stuff, there's pockets to put things in. If you want to write stuff, there's plenty of room to write. Anyway, it's available. If you're interested in this journal, just let me know and I'll get it out to you. The signature is sewn in with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, as is usually the case. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this run through, and if I can help you with an idea for a journal you have yourself, or you want to see how something's made or done, let me know in the comments below and we'll go from there. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye now.